All right. Why do you think the author only put Soccer Mom in the last section? I think that Soccer Mom would not have been relevant in any other section. Before the death of 14, the show was just about girls and soccer and getting along and finding out who they are. And very suddenly the show turned to grief. And I think that is why Soccer Mom was included. Her character, to me, adds a different kind of grief. Everyone grieves in different ways. For some, it's not talking about it. For some, it is talking about it. 11 has already talked about it and she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. 46 got the cold that 14 came in with and she doesn't want to get rid of it. Everyone grieves in different ways. Soccer Mom, being her mother, is a little bit more frantic. She's all over the place and we expect her to be. She's lost her daughter and that's inconceivable for a parent. And it's going to be different from the girls. An adult, a parent of a child is going to act differently than their friends would. I think the play would be different without her in the oranges. I keep coming back to them. I firmly think that the oranges symbolize closeness and like childlike friendship. The last 2 times we saw the oranges, the first time was when they took photos, like when they were kids, and put the peels in their mouths. And then the other time was 2, which is when I think that she wanted to be close and she wanted to feel like she was included with the other girls. So as the girls are realizing that they're going to play and they're corralling up and getting in a unit and starting their chant, she brings these oranges back, and that's the moment that they become a team again. I think that's when they form that connection once more. And I think that's why she's relevant. I also think that it's interesting that in her monologue, while she is frantic, she is doing a lot of reflecting, like on how she didn't do the dishes, or the quarter jar, or she was texting at dinner, and how that kind of seems so small now that she is gone. And that is very starkly contrasted to the girls. And Soccer Mom is articulating grief in a way that the girls either can't or won't articulate for themselves. In her being Megan's mom, Megan's death is really humanized in a quite uncomfortable way for the audience. And it's cathartic, right, to hear her rant and ramble, and to talk about the soccer game, to have any semblance of control over the situation, as opposed to the girls who kind of talk over one another and are blaming people or blaming her or blaming the driver. Soccer Mom's grief it's very real and it's very vulnerable and exposed.